Anyway, more psychology, Brian. Would you like a little more psychology?
Yeah.
What was the ring psychology behind certain territories making throwing wrestlers over the top rope illegal? It's come down to asking a simple question like that now. Again, I'm not trying to make anybody, and this is from Garrett.
Yeah, that's nothing that's out of the normal as far as the question, because I grew up in the Northeast where we didn't have that. As soon as I started seeing stuff that wasn't WWF, I didn't understand it at first.
Well, all right, you have a good point there, but also, the answer should be, it's like the why is my wife question. The answer should be kind of obvious. It was to create a rule that the heels could break and to make a common bump more dangerous. And I mean, that's the whole point of a worked sport, and it's the point of wrestling, to make things seem as dangerous and as important as possible, even if they really aren't, so that you don't have to subject yourself to things that are really dangerous. So top rope rule was, they didn't do it in the Northeast and they didn't do it in the Midwest. I get personal preference. I don't know. Maybe it was just the AWA style. They had looser ropes. It was easier to go over. I don't know why that they didn't make being thrown over the top rope illegal in those places. But in pretty much every NWA territory, which comprised at one point the rest of the country besides the Northeast and Midwest, Chicago, AWA, Chicago, etc. If you throw a guy over the top rope, as it was explained by the announcers and or the promotional representatives, the promoters, figureheads, commissioners, whatever, if you're throwing a guy over the top rope that's 8 to 10 feet above the concrete floor, it's dangerous. Somebody could be seriously injured. And as a result, we're banning that. If you throw your opponent out of the ring purposely over the top rope, you'll be disqualified because it's too dangerous. We don't want that kind of shit going on. But then you've got a rule that you can play with. Well, he charged at me and I ducked. He went over the top. I stood up, but I didn't throw him over the top on purpose. And they would actually have people make rulings. Maybe a title change would be nullified because of this loophole. And then they announced that the NWA had agreed that the rule is a man must have control of his opponent's body when he goes over the top rope, or elsewise it's not a disqualification. That leads it to a judgment call on the part of the referee. So a simple thing like that can play into finishes. Also, a simple thing like that in a tag team match, they're getting heat on a babyface. As soon as the heels make an illegal fucking move of some kind that draws the babyface opponent in and the referee's putting him out, they turn around, they chuck the babyface over the top rope, the place comes unglued. The people are jumping up and down, screaming at the referee. When the referee turns around, he threw him over the top rope, disqualify him, because they want to see the babyfaces win. And they don't want to see the heels win. They want to see them lose, and they just cheated. Again, it's a way to have rules in a sport that you can then exploit for easily understandable conflict, and it's the same thing as jumping off the top rope. In the Northeast, that was legal too. And in the AWA, that was legal. But in the NWA, that was a disqualification. You could jump off the second rope and drop an elbow or a knee or a leg or dick or whatever. But if you came off the top rope, then that was an automatic disqualification because that was likely to cause serious injury to your opponent. And the Wrestling Commission did not want that to happen. Especially if you got a guy like Ray Stevens that can do the knee off the top rope, and then the guy fucking bleeds from the throat, and that causes it to be banned or whatever the fuck. And then, same thing, the heels can do it behind the referee's back, and the people go ballistic. I've seen people have to be restrained by their family members from hitting the ring because Dennis Condrey did a double sledge off the top rope to Bill Dundee when they were in a tag team match because it was illegal and the referee didn't see it. All of the psychology behind all of these things was to make it easier on the boys physically, make it look and sound and appear more dangerous to the fans, have rules that made the promotion sound like they were trying to stop heels from injuring people on purpose, and have heels be able to break those rules in such a way that would incite the fucking people to want to cut them and stab them. And it all worked just exactly like that because people understood it because it made fucking sense. Did I cover everything, Brian, on those?
I think so, yes.
All righty. And also, before we get to talking about this week in wrestling, which will just take a second, I got an off-topic email. Should we talk about the off-topic email or should we talk about the incredible feeling you have when your nuts are shaved? You know, let's talk about that incredible feeling. Because I just recently took my Manscaped Ultra Premium collection out of my cabinet in the bathroom and went to town on my body hair. It looked like somebody had shaved an orangutan by the time I got finished. Because I did the chest, I did the crotchal area, the taint, and I even, now that I'm lighter than I used to be and more flexible, I even bent over and ran it across the Hershey Highway and cleaned out some sagebrush. And now I am feeling slicker than cum on a gold tooth and just clean. And you can too, folks. Have we told the folks what's in the new Ultra Premium collection from Manscaped, Brian?
I don't recall if we have.
I think we did on the Drive-Thru. We haven't done it on this show. Real quick, the cologne-infused Ultra Premium Body Wash with aloe vera and sea salt. It'll keep you feeling clean and moisturized. And the body wash is cologne-infused, so it's going to help with that septic tank stank you got on you. And the aloe vera and sea salt makes it taste great, the perfect seasoning. I'd have put a little cracked pepper in also. Also, the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, well, it shampoos and it conditions. So you got that going for you. And when you hop out of the shower, continue to battle that body odor with the Manscaped aluminum-free deodorant. No, you won't smell like a stinky aluminum can because there's no aluminum in this deodorant. And it's also cologne-infused. Are you noticing a pattern here, Brian? Apparently, most of the American public stinks like a man eating Fremunda cheese in a septic tank of a slaughterhouse, and Manscaped is trying to single-handedly battle that problem. Also, the hydrating body moisturizer spray comes in there, and a free gift of the Manscaped Lip Balm to keep your lips moist and smacky. And, of course, the Lawnmower 4.0 electric trimmer to clean off all the unwanted body hair and take your tumbleweeds. And actually, I always put a towel down. When I shave my chest in the mirror, the water goes down the drain, or the hair goes down the drain, and it clogs up and the water can't go down the drain. So put a towel down, some kind of drop cloth, when you hit yourself with this Lawnmower 4.0 and shave all that fucking funk off, and then just ball it up and throw it out the back window. That's what I usually do. Anyway, folks, right now at manscaped.com, have I made it sound appetizing? You can get 20% off and free shipping, the new Ultra Premium collection or anything else at manscaped.com by using the code DRIVE, D-R-I-V-E. That's manscaped.com. Use the code DRIVE to get 20% off and free shipping. Brian, have you manscaped yourself lately? Are you indeed slicker than whale shit in an ice floe?
I have not, and I don't know why I'm answering any of this.
You're doing the Bigfoot thing again. Why did you?
I'm not doing the Bigfoot thing. I haven't manscaped lately. You said lately. You put the word lately there.
Well, if you go more than 2 or 3 weeks, you start getting a lot of that undergrowth coming back up and the tufts of things coming out of your orifices. You know, they got a trimmer that can trim. The only thing that they don't do is at Manscaped, they've got the nose hair trimmer. They got the lawn mower that you can trim everything. They've even got the fingernail scissors. You can trim everything. The only thing they don't have is a dick lengthener. If they had that, then they would have the male naked body all completely taken care of. You can make the things that you want shorter, and you could make the things that you want longer if they just had that one extra thing.
Manscaped.com.